everyone. I wanted to go over really quick some of the legislation that I fought for in Washington State this session. The first thing I did was House Bill 1482. This is for additional protections for homeowners that live in HOAs and condos associations. What this law does is it provides counseling with the housing counselors if you are going into foreclosure for your HOA and condo association if you didn't pay your assessments. Now, your assessments are strictly the assessments divided out each year for the common areas. So that's your monthly or yearly assessment. The board cannot initiate foreclosure for fines, fees, attorney's fees, or anything additional. So if you're past due and the homeowners association is starting to foreclose on you, you need to contact the housing counselors to have them help you, have them verify what you're being foreclosed for, to make sure that it's not for additional things besides the common assessments. So that is the House Bill 1482, and it has passed. It's waiting to be signed by the governor. Then we have House Bill 1108, which is not for HOAs, but it kind of goes with everything, because what this bill does is it keeps people, gives them the same foreclosure fairness, and what it does is it adds to up to 4 homes that you can get counseling for, and previously that law was just for 1 home. So there are added protections for the Foreclosure Fairness Act. So I would read House Bill 1108 if I was you, and update yourself if you're having any issues. Then there is the one bill that was Senate Bill 5024. This passed. I don't agree with it. It is allowing condominium associations with less than 10 units to skip some of the inspections and the permits required to do the building. We both CAI and I fought against this bill. I think it hurts homeowners. So you need to be aware of these things when you're buying into a condo unit that has less than 10 units in there, because that could affect your property quite a bit. Then let's go on to the, we have one that I want to do is the 5011, which is for meeting and notice for common interest communities, which is HOA and condos. So what this did was it made it so that they have to give you notice of meetings. Everything can be done electronically. They can hold the meetings by Zoom or other, certain things, so everybody can attend. Prior to this, the associations didn't have to do that, and there was no electronic meetings to be held before, so in the law. And then they also changed that was Senate Bill 5011. And then they changed the Nonprofit Corporation Act under 5034 to also follow those guidelines, so that they can modernize the act loosely and help the nonprofit organizations have the same type of thing where you can do things electronically. COVID really kind of exposed this problem, that people couldn't attend these meetings face-to-face, but we can do them by Zoom. Running the legislator by Zoom, doing that session, this last session, went amazingly. It was really good that people could participate in these things without having to go to Olympia, which keeps us all kind of in the same thing. We all can participate, and I really, really enjoyed working with the legislators this session. So the other one I have is Senate Bill 5025. This is going to be a consumer protections, and I think that we need to really be aware what's in that, because I think that it can help homeowners that are being unfairly treated by their homeowners associations and the agents, the professional agents that are professionals. They shouldn't have the right to take advantage of the laws for profit. They should have to fall under the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, the Fairness Act. If they're not being fair, this act may help you. So please, please, please get to know Senate Bill 5024, or 5025, sorry. 5024 is the condo construction. And really know what your rights are. I think that in the future, as we start to use these laws that have penalties in them, I think that it'll help control the unethical and unconstitutional acts that some of these associations do. This will help us in the future, and I think that a lot of the bills that have been passed this session, the bills that I worked under, have passed with everything was bipartisan. Everything, all the votes, there was no votes against the bill that I did for the homeowners or helped with the homeowners. I want to participate. I want to protect people. So if you have an issue with your homeowners association, the only way I can help you is if I know there's an issue. So you can always just drop me an email. I communicate with the legislators all the time. I have an open communication with them. I also try to educate them on some of the laws, because even though they pass the laws, they don't know the laws. These people get a report, they read this report, they think that everything's in the report that's going to so they can understand it. What I found is they don't understand what they're voting for sometimes, because some of these bills are 139 pages and you can't get through all these bills. They do their best, but we as their constituents need to hold them responsible. We need to participate in the legislation. Now, you don't have to go or even testify by Zoom. You can write emails. You can make a phone call. You can do so many different things. Those emails that those constituents get, or constituents that our elected officials get, are public record. So if you've emailed your your elective representative, those are public records. So you can use those in the future if you needed for a case, for a civil suit. I just brought this up because it was brought to my attention that those are public records, and I didn't know that in the past. So that would have helped my court case if I would have known that. But anyways, let's make sure that you know what laws have passed. There's a lot of new taxes this session that were passed, which is only going to hurt people in the pandemic. But there was a lot of things that were done for the emergency basis for the pandemic, not just for tenants, but for owners. I don't want to see anybody foreclosed on. I want to make sure that we're all protected. The fair housing, or the housing counselors of Washington State, they're there. They were part of this legislation. They want things to go better for the people in HOA and condo associations. They were on our side when they saw the laws that are being violated and how they're being violated. So those are just a few things that I have done this last legislative session. I'd like to thank Tina Orwell and Representative James Walsh. They really participated and really brought to the attention the laws that need to be changed and why they need to be changed. And we've worked really hard to protect the Washington State citizens. All right, I'll see you on the next one.